Hi, boys and girls. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today is the start of something new. We are celebrating Black History Month during the month of February. And I'm so excited because I have some really awesome books for you that we're going to be learning about different kinds of people and what they did to help our world and make it a better place. So first things first is we're gonna focus a little bit on why we celebrate Black History Month. And Black History Month is so important because it really signifies a huge deal, because back then Black people were not treated fairly. They were not given the respect that they deserved. They were treated differently and mean and ugly because of the color of their skin. And a man by the name of Frederick Douglass, along with a lot of other people, but we're going to focus on him. He created a amazing speeches. He fought for civil rights. So he wanted Black people to have every right that the white people had. And so during this time, like I said, they were not treated fairly. They were owned by white people. They had to do everything that white people told them to do. And sometimes they were beaten and they were hurt. Like Mr. Frederick Douglass. Now, back then, when slavery was around, excuse me, I'm trying to show you this. So back then when slavery was around, it was forbidden. It was against the law to teach Black people how to read or write, or your slaves. You could not teach them that. And the slave owner at the time that Frederick Douglass had, the wife of the slave owner, she was also the slave owner, taught him how to read and how to write. Now, when her husband found out, he sent he did not like it. She couldn't do it anymore. He was actually sent somewhere else to work. And during that time, he was beaten. They treated him very mean and they tried to break his spirit, but Frederick Douglass didn't care. He said, I'm still going to read and I'm going to write and I'm going to teach other slaves to read and to write. And so that's what he did. And there's a whole lot of him that I cannot wait to explain to you because he's such an amazing person. But he disguised himself as a sailor, went to New York, and then told everyone and really influenced everybody to stop slavery because it wasn't right. He wanted people to be treated equally, and he was terrified of his slave owners catching him because he ran away, that he went to different places around the world to spread about civil rights, which means he wanted equality. He wanted people to be treated fairly. He is such an amazing man, and it's really important because he was born in February. So that's one reason why we celebrate during February. But another reason is because a man named Carter Woodson actually his name as the father of Black History Month. He said that he was the first ever person and African American to study African American studies. So he went to school and studied it and said, during the second week of February, we're going to celebrate Black history. And so at first it was only 1 week, but then it became so popular. And in 1975, President Gerald Ford recognized Black History Month and said, everyone in the world, we want to celebrate February as Black History Month because Black people they've been ignored and ridiculed and just they were really mean to them for so long that the African Americans deserve they deserve more than just a month. But February is the month that we celebrate all the good things that have happened to make our world a better place and for people to be treated equally. And we're still fighting for that till this day because people are still not treated equally. But this was a big step in creating that really good environment. And we are going to be learning about President Obama today. And I'm so excited because he's awesome, right? He was our president. He was our first Black president. And what I want to go over is not only Black History Month, but what we're going to be going over is text features. Remember, text features are used to help a reader better understand nonfiction text, okay? They are used to help us. We have a table of contents, which means that it tells us what page numbers, what we're going to be reading about. We have bold print. Usually we find the definitions, the meaning of those words at the end in the glossary. But when there's a bold print in the words in the book, they're like, hey, pay attention to me. I'm super important. So that's what we need to make sure that we're doing. We have a glossary, which is a list of words in ABC order relating to specific vocabulary that's in the book. So words that are in the book that are bold. We have a label, so it tells the name of a certain part or of a photograph and an illustration, which brings me to our next one. Photo or caption, right? So it's a word or phrase or a sentence underneath an image that gives more information about it. This one says, each zebra has unique stripes. What is wrong with Miss Marcel? We have a photograph. Is this a photograph? Yes, it is. That means it was taken. It's an actual person. It's an actual thing. It's not an illustration. Those are two different things. A photograph is real. It helps the reader understand exactly what something looks like. An illustration does too, but a photograph is real. It's something that is actually there. It's not a drawing. Then we have our illustration, okay? So you guys know this already. You guys are so smart. But I also want to go over headings. Remember, headings are usually bold. They're at the top and they're going to tell us what the passage is going to be about. And usually in the table of contents, this is another connection I've made. So the table of contents, it tells us all our headings and where they're going to be. So that's what we are going to learn today. Oh, where'd I go? Here I am. Okay, so I'm going to stop sharing and I'm going to read this book to you, and I'm so excited because we're going to get to learn about him. But before we get started on that, if you see me looking down, it's because I'm looking at my timer. I only have 15 minutes to make this video because then YouTube cuts me off. But you know what? We'll just do an assignment afterwards, okay? Because if not, I won't have time. All right, President Barack Obama. Student of the world, Barack Obama was born in Honolulu, Hawaii on August 4th, 1961. His mother, Ann Denham, was from a small town in Kansas, and his father, Barack Obama, was from Kenya. I see a heading. I see a photograph. Is there a caption? Oh, yes, there is. It says, young Barack Obama in Hawaii. Date of the picture is unknown. Education was important to Barack's parents. When Barack was 2 years old, his father left to go to Harvard University. Barack stayed in Hawaii with his mother and her parents. Goes Barack saw his father again in 1971. And pay attention because Barack's father has something in common with the person that I'm going to read about tomorrow. In 1967, Barack and his mother moved to Jakarta, Indonesia. They lived with Lolo, Ann's new husband. Barack saw many poor people in Jakarta. Their struggles made him sad. This is Barack with his stepfather, his mother, and his half-sister, Maya, in 1968. Anne wanted the best for her son. Barack could go to a better school in Hawaii. Barack returned there to live with his grandparents. He went to Punahou School in Honolulu. And here is Barack with his grandparents at his high school graduation in 1979. Adult life. Barack was a popular student and a good basketball player. After high school, he went to college. He graduated from Columbia University in 1983, and then he moved to Chicago. He worked to help people find jobs. Seeing lots of headings, and I'm seeing lots of photographs. In 1988, Barack left Chicago to go to Harvard Law School, When he finished, he moved back to Chicago when he finished. In 1992, he married a lawyer named Michelle Robinson. Making a difference. Barack was elected to the Illinois State Senate in 1996. He wanted to improve the state's schools. He wanted equal rights for all people. While he served in the Illinois Senate, Barack's daughters, Malia and Sasha, were born. And in 2004, Barack became a U.S. Senator. He wanted to help make people's lives better. And in 2007, he decided to run for president. Barack gave speeches all over the country. He spoke about jobs, improving health care, and ending the Iraq War. His words gave people hope. Americans voted on November 4th, 2008. Winning the election. By the end of the night, Barack had won enough votes. In Chicago, he gave an acceptance speech. The excited crowd cheered. Many were moved to tears. They shouted, "Yes, we can." The election made history. Barack was the first Black president of the United States. Americans hoped Barack would bring even more changes to the country. President Obama. Barack became the 44th U.S. president on January 20th, 2009. Leading the nation wouldn't be easy, and President Obama was ready for the challenge. That's him becoming president. And that is it. And we see the glossary and we see the index. Make sure you pay attention. If you need help with text features, please use the videos on my Google Classroom. We'll see you later. Bye.